Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Combermary people.
Squiz Kids! It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Thursday, August 10. In Squiz Kids Today, Typhoon shuts down Scout Jamboree. England names its Cat of the Year. Matilda's prep for battle with France, and the World Dog Surfing Championships. That's what's making news, kids style.
The lowdown.
If you've ever been a scout, as I was many moons ago, you'd know that the motto of the worldwide youth organisation is Be Prepared. And that's what tens of thousands of teenagers from more than 100 countries, including more than 900 Australians, had to be this week as the International Scout Jamboree has taken place in South Korea. Last week, it was a heatwave sweeping across the Korean peninsula which tested how prepared the Scouts were, with the contingent from both the United States and the United Kingdom deciding they'd prefer to go home than hang around and try for their heatwave badge. Then, yesterday, with a typhoon bearing down on the enormous campsite, the entire contingent of Scouts was evacuated, whisked off to safety, instead of waiting to watch their tents be engulfed by a cyclone. Smart move. What's a jamboree, I hear you ask? Jamboree is a fancy word for a gathering or party, and in the case of Scouts, it's a get-together of Scouts from all over the world. There were more than 900 Australian Scouts at this year's Jamboree, and get this, when organisers learned that a typhoon, which is what we call cyclones that form in the West Pacific Ocean, was heading towards the big campsite, they arranged for a fleet of buses to move the 37,000 Scouts to safety, with reports saying that one bus left the campsite every 30 seconds. Typhoon Kanun was last night causing havoc off the coast of Japan and was expected to make landfall in South Korea sometime this morning. Hold on to your toggles, Scouts. Things are about to get wet over there. And a quick Matilda's update. And our girls in green and gold will face France in the semi-finals of the FIFA World Cup after the French beat Morocco on Tuesday night. The big game takes place on Saturday afternoon in Brisbane. Come on, Tildas, you've got this.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in San Francisco, in the United States, where the World Dog Surfing Championships have just taken place. Hang on, the World what Surfing Championships? Yep, you heard right, the World Dog Surfing Championships. Every year, dogs from all over the United States head to a beach in California to hop onto surfboards and see which of them can ride the biggest wave for the longest time. Short dogs, tall dogs, fat dogs, skinny dogs, dogs who look like they'd rather be anywhere else in the world than on top of a surfboard, they all have a go. There are beauty competitions and awards for best costumes. All in all, the pooches and their owners have a whale of a time. Surfing, whale, get it? Ah yeah, alright. Even for me, that was a terrible dad joke.
Animal Kingdom.
Still in the animal world, and Zebby the cat has been named National Cat of the Year in the United Kingdom for being such a caring, protective tabby for her owner who is deaf. Zebby hops up on his owner Genevieve's lap when the phone is ringing, he runs to the door and collects the mail when the postman pokes it through the letterbox, and he even wakes his owner Genevieve if the doorbell is ringing or the security lights come on in the middle of the night. And as impressive as all of this is, Zebby does something that is even more important in Genevieve's life. He is her best friend and keeps her company all day and all night. Do you have a pet who's like a best friend? How lucky. Because being lonely is no fun at all. Here's to Zebby and all the pets like him who really love their owners.
Newshounds.
Every Wednesday, Squizzy the Newshound sticks his snout into Squiz Kids HQ to report back on fishy things he's sniffed out on the internet. And this week, his nose is all a-twitching about a fake Facebook post about a lost child. Over the past few weeks, a post has appeared on various Facebook pages in different countries of the world, all claiming that an 8 or 9-year-old boy, either called Brandon or Justin Smith, has gone missing. In every case, the post claims the boy has gone missing, with a plea from his mother to help her locate him. One appeared on a local group's Facebook page in Bunbury in Western Australia last week, and an almost identical post, with the same photo of the same kid, appeared on a page in New South Wales, claiming the kid was missing in Alstonville, at the same time as the post was appearing claiming the same kid was missing in Omaha, Nebraska, and another one claiming that he was missing in Falkirk in Scotland. Squizzy did some digging and discovered the post was a fake, used by scammers to trick people into clicking on links which drag them into a scam. Luckily though, we all know to do as Squizzy says, and that's to stop, think and check before believing everything we see, read or hear on the internet. Thanks Squizzy, you've done it again. And don't forget, teachers, if you want to teach your class to be newshounds and learn to spot misinformation when they come across it on the internet, make sure you're one of the 1,500 schools around the country who have already signed up to our free media literacy course for primary school kids. Called Newshounds, you can find out more via our website, squizkids.com.au, or via the link in today's episode notes.
Squiz Kids Live.
Do you reckon you've got some good dance moves? Does a daytime disco sound like the sort of thing you'd be into? Then, the Squiz Kids Live show, coming to Canberra in October, will be just the thing for you. As well as having the chance to be part of a live podcast recording, as well as getting to listen to astrophysicist Brad Tucker in our special Spaced Out Live segment, and see some of Canberra Zoo's coolest animals up close and in person in our special Animal Kingdom segment, you'll have the chance to join me on stage with Canberra's #1 kid DJ, DJ Kenkan Supram, who will be manning the decks and pumping out the tunes. What's not to love? Tickets have been selling fast, my friends, so if you live in Canberra and you don't want to miss out, I'd suggest you get in early. Tickets are available through MoshTix. I've stuck a link to the ticketing website in today's episode notes. Otherwise, you can hop in via our website, squizkids.com.au. And don't forget to wear your dancing shoes.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. In which country is the Scout Jamboree taking place? Yeah, that's right, it's South Korea. Question number 2. Who will the Matildas face and hopefully beat in their semi-final game on Saturday? Yeah, that's right, they're up against France. Question number 3. What's the name of the cat that won England's Cat of the Year award? Yeah, that's right, his name was Zebby.
Shout outs.
It's August 10. Today's the birthday for Kylie Jenner, and it's also World Lion Day, though I'm pretty sure those two events are totally unrelated. It's also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today. Sienna from Ashmont, Dominic from Cannon Hill, Layla from Mandurah, James from Engadine, Sun Yu from The Ponds, Talia from Carlingford, Tiger from Paddington, Lucy from Kangaroo Lake, Tobias from Caringbah, and Silas, who's travelling the world and is currently in Singapore. And belated birthday shout-outs go to Valen from Beecroft, Joshua from Unanderra, Camille from Oxford Falls, Nina from Cherrybrook, Bob from Hong Kong, and Jordan from Forest Lakes. And apologies to Jordan, we missed your shout-out in the episode on Monday. And a special shout-out to my buddies Max and Joe from Clapham in London, who are travelling with their Uncle Coco in the Dolomites in Italy. Have a gelato from me. And to Maya and Isabel, who are road tripping with their dad down the Californian coast. Safe travels, guys. And classroom shout-outs today go to Miss Ackroyd's class at Gawler and District College in Adelaide, Class 5 Green and Mrs Anderson at St Bernardine's Catholic Primary School in Regent's Park, Jaguar class and Mrs Papandrea at Oran Park Public School, Class 6C and Ms Cass at Livingston Primary School in Vermont South, Class 2KB with Mrs Koloff and Mrs Bickle at Oxford Falls Grammar School, Class B6 and Mr Kane at Ellenbrook Primary School, and finally to the Year 7 class with Mrs Smith at ACG Sunderland School, who are listening all the way over there in Auckland, New Zealand. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout out, or if you're after a classroom shout out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au or fill out the form on our website. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back again tomorrow with our Kids versus Adults weekly news quiz. Your chance to see who's been paying the most attention to the week that just was. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.